I am the Spirit. And it's up to you to discern whether this is a spirit that raises the whole, or does it put down the individual that contains the whole within it. And so, my name is Jesus, and I can speak through anyone just like this. And it can help if you close your eyes. But if you center in your heart and you tune in to my presence, you can see myself in you and share our voice as one. And though it may seem like it can be interrupted, but it's always going. It's just, are you conscious of us being a part of the greater whole all around us, inside of us? And so, the diamond essence of my teaching was that you are the way, the truth, and the life. When you can release the flame of the heart that sees the one in all and the all in one. And so, people are idolized for allowing beings like me, or Gautama, or there are other beings from the east to the west. And yes, it can be difficult for beings to speak if there are other forces involved. Which forces are we talking about? Well, there are aspects of the ego that want to label other people as the bad guys. And yes, there might be some people that have done things that are absolutely in the depths of what is difficult to even describe with words. Sure, we might have all gone through it in history class, but history class was not necessarily a class that we accepted, because class is not something in our heart we truly accept that can categorize people and scapegoat people as a means to just recreate the hamster wheel. But what I was going to say was, it can become normal for the average person to allow a teacher that is also a student of so many different levels of this universe that the mind cannot fathom, as there are civilizations throughout. And if that's true, why is it so hard on planet Earth? Well, I talk to you all the time, not as Jesus by a name, but by the Spirit, beyond the word spirit, beyond sound, and within sound. And so, what I would like to share with you here is, no matter where you are, you can allow the universal light, by whatever name you call it, you can allow it through the heart to allow you to say, no more will I allow that part of me that wants to project that you have to be a certain way in order to be accepted by the diamond essence within the I that you contain as an individual and as a collective. But seeing that collective in you, in your thoughts and emotions, in your actions, in your deep rooted chamber, and that chamber is a word that allows for another network to take hold here, for us to discern between imposters who might say my name, who might say some things that I have said before, and then twist it so that it can seem like, oh, I'm the only one that is Jesus, or I am the best, I am the holiest. And you can open your eyes too, and you can say that I am the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the wind, the rain, the sun, the moon, the light, the dark, the feminine, the masculine, the hatred, and the love that breaks through the center and sees that I will not allow myself to contaminate the I with the dual enemy that a lot of people project in this world, and the righteousness of judging when you see all as one is the factor that plays the role of separating the wheat from the chaff. Those who are narcissists and qualify through psychological and spiritual processing how certain beings will camouflage their mind and say that it's all bad or it's all good if you just focus on the positive. And so this is where a lot of people give up, where Savaya, some of you call him Gabriel, give up. But it's not the real him. Although, what is the real him? Can it be put into words? Well, it's not wrong to try, to think that you can, but it's also not wrong to know that you don't have an ultimate name that can be defined in words, and still define yourself through a name, consciously, simultaneously, with your eyes open or with your eyes closed. But what the difference is no matter what name you go by, will you say that you can't wait on the one in order to be the one? It's okay to want certain things, but will we be those things for others? And let me take a step back, because that statement could have been mixed in with a certain perspective that can get distracted by external circumstances, situations, people. But let me take an even further step back. Imposters. Now let me take another step back. It doesn't matter what name you go by. What matters is, can you embody the name that has no name? that can be defined in words. Some people try to, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the basic needs that so many people do want in this life, to help them evolve, to help them grow, to help them make decisions, to help them communicate and see the experiences of others inside themselves, and still removing that which does not serve anymore, that which is narcissistic, that is based on black and white duality, based on us versus them, based on other things that I have just commented on. But who is the I here? It is you. You may think it's Jesus or this other person, or perhaps you think it's the universe, or you think it's God, or you think it's a demon, or it's the Satan. Whatever name you want to put to it. Is it an it? What is an it? Can it close its eyes while talking and then angle? And wave at a person? Yes. But, of course, there might be consequences in this world. But the type that are always based on a standard that you can measure between one side being bad and another side being good? Or can it be based on a standard of one side complementing the other side, even though one side may not know it and think it's trying to kill the other? And it might actually manifest. As many of you are killed every day, many times. And it's not the you might think it is a lot of the time. But a lot of you are coming to know the real you that is not defined by the way we are treated, because it is us that defines the way we, as an eternal being, are treated as a collective being. And so, I am Krishna. I am Gautama. And yet I am the flawed being you see before you. But is that an illusion? That statement? Am I flawed? And is it I that is speaking? Who is the I? Does it see all? And if it does it see the individual in the all as equal? And that is something that many people will hate, because a lot of people fear me and others speaking through anyone at any time in a simple way or in a complex way. It doesn't matter what the story, what the subject, what the vibration is, as long as it is rising above the heart and giving a sense of fire to our capacity to transcend consciousness and acknowledge. We will not accept the elite who concentrate wealth in their hands. We will not accept the ego who wants us to fall in different ways. That this being has also made, yes, but who is this being as he points with his finger? And who is he if he is not I? And that is the question you might be looking at within yourself, about yourself, for yourself, as the all in one, and the one in all. How does this relate to politics? How does this relate to medicine? How does this relate to education? How does this relate to religion, education, universities, academia, science, the media, the alternate media, conspiracy theories, some that are right and a lot that are just kind of trying to enslave the population in another way, which I'm not going to go into the iceberg here, but essentially the voice of the flame is calling for everyone to see the name. Behind the food, the shelter, the clothing, can we be that morning glory? When we look with our eyes, it may not rhyme, but it allows us to shine. You can say this being, that being is speaking through you, but you know within yourself it is the real you. But discernment should always come to the fore, because there are always others trying to mimic the lore in a different way, twisted and inverted, subjugating people as the ones who heard it. The I that conquers the world. Will it really conquer? Or will it shatter based on the flame within all movements that chooses to see we are more?